Parse Productions killing it.
Earth Day 2018 killing it. Hey guys, welcome to the final round, back 9 of the Earth Day celebration up here at Bethel University in Minnesota. I'm Richie Ortiz, hanging out with the man himself again, Cale, Leiviska.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be the tournament director for this event. We had 150 players out on a beautiful spring Minnesota weekend. And this year for our fundraiser, we raised money for the monarch butterfly habitat, which we try to do for Earth Day every year. So appreciate all the support, everyone. And here we go in the back 9 with this star-studded lead card.
Coming up on hole 10, 315 feet, but it is a rip. If you want to take the forehand line, which is favorable, it's tough to get there. I just want to say that.
Yeah, you got to go out nice and wide with this and still have distance.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a tough hole to get. If you do have a good forehand, it's definitely easier than having a backhand. And Alex certainly has all the power to get there. Oh yeah, he's got a nice 20-footer.
Super impressive there by Alex. Jared looking to match that one.
Looks like he went out a little wide, but, you know, he'll have a nice uphill putt at it where he'll be able to run it into the side of the hill, so no danger there. Oh yeah, Patrick going inside. Looks like he just about parked it.
Pretty impressive there. Wow. 4 forehands.
Yeah, and that's, you can see why these guys are on lead card. They're all throwing great forehands, and it's definitely a good weapon to have, especially on this hole.
A little long there by Noah, but definitely still in Noah range.
Let's see if Jared or Noah can hit a long putt here for 2. Looks like he might be going through the V in the tree.
I really wanted him to get that, but
it wasn't in the cards.
It wasn't in the cards, yeah.
Noah looks like he might be lining up a horseshoe putt, and he is.
He must have had something blocking him there. He must have like a limb coming out where he couldn't putt.
There you go, Alex, with a nice 2.
Super nice 2 there.
Yeah, if he's going to start making a charge, this is where he's got to do it. Pat with the 2. Looks like he's going to get within, I think, 1 of the lead now. Pat's picked it up a little bit in the last 4 or 5 holes.
Yeah, that putting is just so confident, man. It's such a great tool for him. Jared looking to save this one. No problem.
Yeah, Jared's got a nice little push pop putt.
Yeah, that loft putt. It's really impressive. It gets really high, but then you're like, oh, there it goes. It goes in.
Yeah, he's a great putter. He's very consistent with it. And what do we got? Yeah, Patrick and Jared, 1 back of Noah. Alex is doing his best to stay in it and see if he can make a charge.
Hole 11, par 3. 279 feet, but this is a really technical shot. That gap that you see there coming in on the left that we just flew through, that's pretty much for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty much the only gap to hit. That's the only way to go on this hole.
Yeah, it's tough, and the fence line on the right is out of bounds. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, this is a really tight gap to hit. I actually like to throw like an understable mid-range on like a knife hyzer, so once I hit that gap, it kind of pushes straight, because if you do hit the gap, it's easy to hyzer off too far. And it looks like Pat got saved from going out of bounds.
Yeah, that is a good strategy, what you just said there, because it is a lot longer. It is a lot farther past that gap than it looks from here. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is a hole that if you're not feeling very confident with your tight-wooted drives, it's going to really show. You got to have supreme confidence if you want to try to park this one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Noah goes a little tight. Yep, those trees are pretty thick on the left side, but hopefully these guys can get up and down for pars. So we got Jared with a long up shot. Looks like he's sliding it up there.
Should be okay. Noah's checking the wind here, and those leaves didn't really tell him much, I don't think.
Oh my gosh. Noah kicks the tree right in front of him and almost goes over that fence. He hit pretty high on it. And Patrick looks like he's throwing a layup, and the wind's kind of playing tricks on him. Noah's got to get up and down to save a bogey, and yeah, the wind is definitely doing some work to these guys coming off the lake here.
Yeah, it's got to be swirly out there. We just saw Patrick contend with a little tailwind. And looking like Noah might have had just the slightest headwind there.
Yeah, that was his bogey putt. We got Jared trying to save his par.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was definitely a little left side, but it could have gone either way. It could have stuck. We got Noah putting for his double bogey. He gets the 5, so this is going to tighten things up a lot. We got Alex putting for 2 here, and all these other guys are taking at least a bogey.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for Alex. Having trailed for this long, and now he's coming back a little bit. See what these scores.
Yep, I could see a little pep in his step walking away from that hole. He knows that things just got very interesting. we got about 6-7 holes to go, and I think we got a 1-stroke differential now between all 4 of these guys.
There it is. We got a 3-way tie at the top for 13 down, and Alex 12
look at
down.
that graphic of Noah's. That looks like some kind of shape. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, he was trying to draw something there. Can't really tell what it was, but coming up on hole 12, 357 feet. The strategy on this one is pretty much the same for everybody. If you're a right-handed player, you want to throw a backhand over that water, and definitely try not to keep it too low. You want to keep it a little bit in the air, so that you can guarantee yourself not going in the water.
The wind looks like it just dropped Alex's shot.
Oh, no.
Can it fight back? Cannot. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's an interesting hole. You have to get it out wide if you want to park the hole, but if you get it out over the lake, it always seems to just slam the disc down.
Yeah.
So let's see if Pat can make the adjustment. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. No, he...
in and out.
He looks like he landed about 25 feet from the hole and caught that backwards roll into the water, which is very likely to do if you land close. Jared looks like he's got a good line.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Probably learned a little bit from those last 2 putts, learned what the wind is like out there. And you can't really feel it because you're guarded by these trees.
You could see Noah, just how it slams his disc. It looks like he's got it now. Yep, he started it pretty much at the basket. Yeah, this is a hole that you wanted to, but man, you can get in trouble real fast. Alex is going to have to play his upshot from way back because he never touched.
Should be okay.
Very picturesque scenic hole here at Bethel University. Definitely a lot of pictures taken at this basket.
Oh, yeah.
Pat saving us 3. Looks like he went out very close to the basket. That was pretty unfortunate.
No, coming back for the 3 here. Yeah, pretty confident. It's exactly where he wanted to hit. And Alex going to clean it up pretty easy, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yep, I'm sure he was trying to continue his momentum and make a charge in these guys. It's gonna set him back a little bit, but we still got many holes left.
Yeah, I can't feel too good going from a really great birdie to an unfortunate bogey.
Let's see if we can get some teamwork and get Pat his disc back. I'm sure they'll find it. Gotta watch out for the snapping turtle.
That just put Jared in the lead there. Oh, I'm sure he's feeling good
get
about
Jared
that.
out front there. Well done, par save.
Hole 13 at 315 feet. The reason why this hole is difficult is because of that OB fence on the left. You want to stay clear of that, and sometimes that can get in your head and you might turn it over too much, or maybe you throw it too low.
Yeah, you think 315 feet, these guys might be throwing mid-ranges, but honestly, they probably might even be throwing high-speed driver. This is sneaky uphill, and you really want to make sure you get it up to the basket. Looks like Jared got it up there about pin high. Pat smashes on these new H3s, but it looks like that's hyzering off on him, but that fence saves many a shots. Looks like he's about pin high as well.
Yeah, those trees are pretty thin, but there are a lot of just invisible branches in between those trees, so they might have some difficulty getting that 2 there.
Noah's got a great line on this. That's perfect. That's above based. It's hard to tell for the viewer how uphill this is. You definitely got a club up. Oh, Alex is cutting it close. Luckily, he got knocked down, and
Yeah, he thought he was going over the fence on that one, but kept it clean. Now he's just probably going to try to save a par.
Who knows? He's been running some of these up shots. We'll see what.
There it is.
And he does it again. That'll babe, Alex. I have not seen this footage, by the way.
Oh my. Fade in.
Oh my gosh, that'll babe. Oh, Jared's putting. And I haven't seen any of this footage. I was on about 5th or 6th card for this round, so I was way back of these guys. We got Pat spin putting, and he nails it.
So good.
Man, that's impressive.
Look at that.
You can see it's very minimal body movement. He keeps the head still, pulls that disc down to the hip, and just slings it out there on an Anheuser release.
Yeah, you can tell he's been practicing that. And Noah with an ideal drive. I'm thinking definitely connect.
Yep, Noah's short putts, 25 and in, are pretty much automatic. It looks the same every time. He's got a great putt.
Alex wishing would have got that too. And Jared cleaning up.
Yeah, you got some. After this hole, we got some tough holes coming up, so you really want to get this one. And here we are. We got a 3-way tie at 14 under. These guys are all shooting pretty solid rounds. Actually, it's a tough course, but we got a few tough holes coming up right now.
Hole 14. This is a par 3, but it's actually a really tough par 3. At 339 feet, basically you want to hit a gap and you want to have just the perfect amount of fade. Not so much where it's going to skip out left, but that basket is pretty far down after you have to make that left turn.
And this is a pretty wide gap. It looks like Pat hit it perfect. It might have a little too much hyzer on it, but that looks really good.
And that downhill slope in the landing zone is really difficult to keep it controlled, but
that was a great shot. And it is a fairly big gap on this hole, but if you hit early and go down those woods left, you are looking at maybe a 5 or 6. So it's a pretty intimidating drive.
Yeah, Noah probably trying to take a straighter line there, but that ended up maybe not being the right choice with those trees there on the left.
This looks like a good line. You want to start it nice and flat and funnel to the hole.
Oh
man,
my.
that's impressive. This is a very tough hole.
That's about how it's done right there.
Looks like Alex is debating between maybe putter and mid-range. And I think that's a mid, and it looks nice and flat. Yeah, that's a great shot. If you got the power to get there with the mid-range, that's something that's not going to hyzer off on you too much. It's a great play.
Yeah, pretty impressive drives all around from this card on this hole. They make it look easy, but it is not.
You can see it slopes down. Noah landed his Nova, which doesn't really skip too much short of the basket. It still scooted about 20-25 past.
And Pat's coming back with about the same distance as his birdie putt, so.
That was a nerve check right there for Noah with his par save. Solid 29-footer. Looks like Pat is still out after his birdie putt rolls to about 20. It's coming down to the wire here. We only got 4 holes left after this. These guys really need to play solid to finish out if they want a chance at this title.
Oh, definitely. It's such a close game, and any of these guys could take it. All of them have been showing just all the skills that they've been practicing over the years, and it's really paying off. I know that Alex wants to be in a little bit of a better place, but there he goes connecting it too. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 really long holes coming up, so Alex has a pretty distinct advantage in these next couple, so we'll see if he can take advantage of that. Jared connecting on a beautiful drive for a 2.
All right, and Jared with the lone lead there, 15 down. Pretty impressive there. As you can see, Alex is tied with Jared for the hot round so far, so he's trying to make a comeback here. Moving on to hole 15, this is every bit of a par 4, 615 feet. Basically, the strategy here is basically just go as far as you can. If you can get to that pole, that's pretty much perfect landing zone, and then you just want to do an easy upshot. Try not to go too long because there is a fence there.
Yeah, it's a must to keep your drive in the open on this. If you pull it right or hyzer off left, you have zero chance of taking a birdie. Looks like Jared put it right in the middle, and he will have an opportunity. Yeah, it's really the only way you can guarantee yourself a 4 or 5 on this is to go in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not trying to throw as far as I can on this, more about placement and just making sure I have an upshot. I'm sure Alex is looking to rip one here. He's throwing a hyzer release, and I don't know if it's going to flip up enough.
Oh.
Yeah, it does open up a little up there. He might have some space. Pat's known to throw some big drives, too.
There it goes. There it goes. Come on back.
Oh, yeah, that's a smash.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he just clipped.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that'll play, though. He'll have a nice either Anheuser or forehand approach to the basket. It's a good thing that stayed out of the woods.
He might even thumb it. You never know. He's pretty good at those.
And Noah lacing one. This looks perfect. That's going to be way up there, too. He threw that nice and low and hard.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like where Jared is, this is still a pretty far upshot to get to the basket. It's a blind upshot from here. Kind of just picking a spot on that power line way up ahead. Hoping to play it from there.
Let's see what he's got there. Probably looking at about maybe 60 feet or so. It's going to be a scary putt.
And here's Pat. Looks like he is throwing the forehand.
I think that was actually a thummer.
Oh, that was,
that
you're
one.
right.
Yeah.
That was well done. He did that first round, too, and absolutely parked it. Well done. Noah actually probably can see the top of the basket because he threw his drive so far.
Too good. Oh, my gosh.
Yep, and Alex did hit that path over there, so it looks like he does have a view of the basket, and he throws a fantastic upshot.
Yeah, and once again, these guys making it look easy. I mean, that upshot is, like you just said, Cale, is pretty blind. So it's a combination of knowing the course and trusting your discs and just executing with full confidence. Jared sailing a little bit too long there, and
yeah, it looks like these guys are going to catch Jared on this one. Maybe tie for the lead. Yeah, Patrick and Noah are both going to be moving to 15 under, and we got 3 holes to play. We got a strong battle ensuing here.
there it is. We've got a 3-way tie at the top. Jared, Noah, and Patrick all putting together really, really great rounds. And actually, Alex has got the best round so far of them, so he's scratching his way back. Moving on to hole 16. We've got a par 4. This one actually isn't the longest hole in the world, but it is tough. You have to kind of hit that gap on the right and then try not to get too much fade because it is a good distance past that little tower there.
Yeah, this one was extended just for this event. Usually we don't play it this far, but you can see the parking lot comes into play in your upshot. The basket is tucked back there, and it's reachable, but if you go for it and hyzer off too early, you can go over the fence. If you turn it over too early, you can go into the woods. It's a pretty touchy shot.
There it is, yep.
Yeah, Alex turned it over. I mean, you got to throw this one hard, so.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's pretty upset with that one. I know that he wanted that eagle for sure.
Let's see if Pat can get up there. I know he's got the power to do it. Looks like he turns it a little much, but that's a nice, very nice play.
Oh, yeah.
Might have a long look at it.
He's probably going to run that, just seeing what we've seen so far.
Noah not wasting any time, stepping up, and looks like he turned it over a little much. Hopefully that stays on the edge and gives him an upshot because these woods are pretty thick.
Mm-hmm. Jared is saying, come on, get back in that lead.
Yeah, I kind of conceded the 2 on this hole personally. I was playing a mid-range to the hill and just trying to get up and down because I saw so many people getting in trouble with drivers. Yeah, it looks like he got fairly lucky with a nice kick back out to the fairway. As you can see, it is pretty thick. And I don't know how Alex just did that, but it looks like he found his way out of there somehow.
Yeah, he did not have much, and he did have a long way to go.
And so where Jared is completely blind. You cannot see the basket, so you know it's tough because the parking lot is so close.
Mm-hmm. And Noah with a similar upshot that Alex had, just a little bit closer.
And I don't know what game these guys are playing. If you're in those woods, it's so hard to save your birdie 3 on this. But these guys look like they're giving themselves opportunity. Pat for the 2. I know Danny Polk did 2 this one. Maybe one other 2, but it's pretty rare.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Look how high this thing goes. Look, way above the basket. Nope, just kidding. Drop right in.
That was crucial. These guys are all tied for the lead. Jared needed that to keep pace. That was an impressive putt right there. Alex, after his miracle upshot, he can capitalize and get the birdie.
That just goes to show the confidence, how important that confidence is. After that drive, he still connected the bird. Super impressive there by Alex, and I'm sure he's really happy with that.
This should be no problem for Noah.
Not at all.
He's got long arms. He can handle a little brush.
Pat with a drop in. He's probably thinking that should have been an eagle.
Yeah, I mean, with these guys so tight, if you could have dropped that one, that would have been quite the momentum shift. But these guys are still really tight.
Oh yeah, Starbird on that hole, and we've got still that 3-way tie right there at the top. Jared, Noah, and Patrick.
That's the beauty of disc golf. You saw 4 completely different drives, but they all found ways to scrap through and get a birdie. That was pretty impressive for the lead card.
Hole 17 here at 255 feet. This one is also really tough. It's a pretty small gap. You pretty much have to play with every bit of confidence that you have, and hope to get that too. It's not easy.
Yeah, Richie said pretty small. This is very small. This one is you got to step up to this one and throw with supreme confidence. Otherwise, you're not going to get through. It's easy to saw it off. You really got to commit to hammering the line, but it's so downhill that if you do pier it, you might even go past the basket. So it's like Pat's trying to throw 8-2. That's a pretty stable disc for this shot. I would think you want to throw something that will finish a little bit straighter.
Yeah, can it do it? Can it do it? Looks like it caught some kind of invisible branches there on the right side.
Let's see if Jared can pipe this. The 3 players in front of him have not been able to come close to the gap, so we'll see if he can do it. Looks better.
That is better.
Oh yeah, but you can see that's a great shot, but he still went a little bit long, but he'll have something from circle's edge.
What we got here? Here's Alex coming up, and
that was a little fluffy, but
yeah,
he knows he's got to make something. So if he wants any chance to win,
with 2 holes left, he's got to connect 2 birds, maybe even
oh my gosh! And Pat runs a long 2, and looks like the tree behind the basket caught him from going too far past.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared cannot get the 2.
Yeah,
nobody on lead card will be 2 in this one. It is a very difficult hole, but it's one that you'd think someone on lead card would get.
Yeah, that would have been a turning point, I would say, for anybody. Any of the 3 players tied for first. Moving into the 18th hole, you'll see here is not quite as technical as this one, but
yeah, we got some good drama here. We got a 3-way tie going to the final hole of the Earth Day at Bethel University. It's going to be a great finish.
There might be a little bit of jitters between the 3 in first place right now. Since none of them got that birdie, they probably aren't going into 18 with the most confidence in the world. But I'm sure that everything they've practiced up until this point, hopefully, is going to pay off here.
Yeah, this is when you're in this position, 3-way tie going to the last hole. I think Patrick is going to be throwing first on the tee out of the 3 people with the lead. So I always prefer to be in the first position and try to park the hole and put some pressure on the guys after you. Yeah, this is a nice downhill shot. It's hard not to empty your bag on this one because, but yeah, oh gosh, it looks like he might be heading towards the parking lot. Yeah, that's stuck in that thick grass.
Yeah, I would say on this hole, let me know if you disagree here.
Pat's
Wow,
throwing thumber. Okay.
Here we go.
See if you can put the pressure on these guys.
Coming back a little bit too far right. It's significantly downhill.
Oh, look at this, though.
There it is.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Pat, it looks like he got himself to circle's edge with the fortunate roll there.
A lot of pressure on Noah here.
So Noah's busting out the Nova.
And I personally think that that not fading is the way to go on this hole, and Noah just does that perfectly.
Yeah, Noah, sometimes we call him Nova because he's so skilled with that disc. He can throw it on the hyzer line nice and high and just know that it's going to push straight. And Jared looks like he's hyzering off a little bit, but hopefully he can get himself a putt here. Yep, he does. He's got a long jump putt. Look at it.
All right.
Got Alex up first. He can't win the tournament, but let's see if he can end with the birdie.
And with some fireworks. Yeah, he probably that tree was probably right in his way.
All right, Jared needs this.
This is big. This is big. Come on, buddy. Let's see it.
Oh, it just fell out of his hand.
And as you can see, there's definitely some frustration there.
And Pat looks like he's at circle's edge. Noah looks like he's about 10, 15 feet, so Pat's got to hit this.
Oh, no.
Oh, he might have been... Yeah, that might have been a little bit longer than circle's edge, but he chains out.
Yeah,
Noah's got this putt for the victory from about, looks like 10, 12 feet. And game over.
Game over. There it is.
Noah Meintsma, your champion of the Earth Day celebration at Bethel University. Good for him.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, actually, Kraig Stenzel, he told me that Noah actually didn't realize that he had won. He figured it out like 2 seconds after his putt, but he didn't know that that putt was for the win. So.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker for those two guys, you know, knowing that all you have to do is 2 the hole to go to a playoff. That was quite the battle.
Absolutely. So that was super fun. And again, I want to say a huge thank you to UDisc for their awesome friendship. A big thank you to Bethel University for allowing us to use their beautiful property. And a huge shout out to you, man. It's fun having you here in the studio.
Yeah, it's good to be here. It was great to run this event. I wish I could have played a little bit better, but sometimes, you know, there's a lot going on and it's just not your day. And it was Noah's day. It's good to see him claim this title. It's a very stacked Minnesota field, a lot of great players. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. It was great to be here. You guys are doing some great stuff, so keep it up.